Hello, everyone. I'm Jennifer Waugh. That breaking news involves the search for 5-year-old Jacksonville girl Taylor Williams. As you know, investigators have expanded their search to the Alabama area, and we have just learned that the investigative team involved in that search for the missing little girl does confirm that the search team has recovered human remains in a wooded area between the cities of Linden and Demopolis, Alabama. We do not know the identification of those remains, but we are working to.
And Wendy, now the big question is what exactly happened to little Taylor Williams? The sheriff's office said while they're still investigating, they're not going to be telling us more information.
We don't know what happened, okay? We don't know what's going on. We don't know after she left out of the house what happened to her. So this could be a criminal investigation. You understand what I'm saying, hon? Look at me. Listen to me. Okay, we're doing everything we can. We got everybody out there looking for her. Okay, we've got everything going, but I want to make sure we cover everything. So as this...
On November 6, 2019, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office received a distressing call from a mother complaining about her missing daughter.
What's going on?
I do not know where my daughter is.
Did she run away?
No.
Where was she last seen?
She was here with me.
What was she wearing?
A purple shirt and like pink pajamas, like a t-shirt. She was
The pants were pink?
Say again?
Okay, just stay on the line with me. Do you know where she could have gone?
No.
Have you checked?
Like she just came home. I just picked her up on Halloween night. She was with my mom in Alabama.
Okay, have you checked the house?
Yes.
Okay. Did she have a favorite hiding spot in the house? Like under the bed?
I checked on her there.
Okay, let's check again. Go to her bedroom. Let's check her closet. Nobody else in the house has seen her?
No, it's just me and her.
All right, are you in her room? Okay. Check under her.
Brianna S. Williams, a first-class petty officer at the Jacksonville Naval Air Station, informed the police that she woke up around 7 a.m. and discovered that her daughter, Taylor Rose Williams, was not inside the house. Not only was Taylor gone, but the back door was also unlocked and wide open, according to her. But was this actually the case? Was Brianna telling the truth? Or was it all an elaborate plan to fool the cops?
Girl, an arrest warrant says the last time anyone saw Taylor Williams alive was in May. A neighbor told investigators that was the last time he saw the girl with her mother, Brianna Williams, at their apartment complex. The neighbor says he later asked Brianna about Taylor, and she said her daughter was in Alabama with her grandparents. But according to investigators, none of Taylor's grandparents have seen her for more than a year.
Today on Dark Minds, we delve into the horrifying murder case of a 5-year-old Taylor Rose Williams. Before we explore the intricate details of her tragic death, let's rewind a little and examine the events that led to this tragic incident. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for more riveting crime cases just like this one. The tale of Taylor Rose Williams is nothing short of a chilling nightmare. It all started on November 6, 2019, when she was first reported missing by her mother, Brianna Williams. The moment the sheriff's office got the call, officers rushed to Brianna's house to investigate the matter. Brianna and her daughter had shifted to the house only 3 days earlier, and she looked quite alarmed since she was in a brand new neighborhood surrounded by strangers. Deputies from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office confirmed that Taylor was missing and immediately launched a large-scale search for the 5-year-old. An Amber Alert was issued, and the media was notified as well. At first glance, it seemed like a typical case of abduction for ransom or revenge, but the authorities had no clue just how twisted this story would become.
Now scouring water around a Southside apartment community, just part of the all-out search for this Jacksonville girl, 5-year-old Taylor Rose Williams. Across town in Brentwood, neighbors who are helping with the search are praying for the little girl's safe return. Her disappearance prompted an Amber Alert.
I was getting emotional because, it's scary out here for kids, and it's just like your mind always goes to the...
As the news of Taylor's disappearance spread across the town, a wave of concerned neighbors joined forces with the police, determined to bring her home. Civilian volunteers distributed flyers with Taylor's picture, combed through overgrown bushes, and ventured into abandoned houses screaming her name as they hoped to find her. Woods became a maze for searching eyes, and streets echoed with the heartbroken calls of Taylor's name. Meanwhile, the police didn't waste any time, too, as they launched a targeted search, visiting every registered offender in the area, hoping to find a lead and bring Taylor back safely.
morning. You Mr. Rosado?
Yes, sir.
You know why we're here?
Annual checkup?
No, I'm Detective Jones, the Offender Tracking Unit. You know, there's a 5-year-old child missing, so we're just going out, making contact with everybody. Yeah, do you mind if we have a look around just to make sure?
Sure, I got my
okay?
neighbor. She's doing her laundry and all that. But she does have her little child with her. I don't know if that's okay or not. Her mother's there, so I'll hit her.
So, yeah, that's fine.
They're just
I mean,
doing.
I'm not saying it's fine, but you know what your
Yeah, I
restrictions
understand.
are.
Yeah.
I don't know without. Right. So we just want to look around real quick.
No.
Right.
Despite being on the list of registered offenders, this guy's cooperation with the police was unexpectedly commendable.
We don't know specifically. Sometime in the last 24 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, last 24 hours. Yeah, I'm just get on this side right here. We appreciate your cooperation, man.
Hey, I'm here for you all now.
Body cam footage captures the somber mood as officers embark on a difficult task. While house-to-house checks are standard procedure, the weight of searching registered offenders for a missing 5-year-old girl hung heavy. However, the cops pushed on with determination, hoping to find any lead at all.
How are you? I'm all right. How about yourself? I'm good. Are you the homeowner?
No, my mom's not here.
Okay. Are you a registered owner?
To here?
Okay. Are you the offender that lives here?
Who's the defendant?
Offender.
Offender?
Offender.
No, my name is Chris. I stay here.
Okay. Are you an offender?
No.
Okay. You're not a registered offender?
No. That's like you talking about for the kid molesting, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Who's a registered offender that lives here?
John Williams.
Is he home?
No, he's not. He's at work.
He's at work?
Yeah, he
Okay.
works for right now.
Okay, because what's going on is there's a 5-year-old that's missing, and we go to all the registered offenders' homes, okay, and kind of check them off the list, and we do searches, do a canvass of the area, and that's why we're here.
Okay.
So, and he's not home?
No, sir.
Okay. Would you have a problem with us searching?
What, in the back?
With the area, the home?
I would have to call my mom.
Okay, you got a problem with us searching inside the home?
I don't have a problem, but I would have to call my mom, and she.
We're just making sure. We got to check the box to make sure there's not a child in there.
Yeah.
We don't really care about.
Yeah, that's all we're just making sure there ain't no 5-year-old, and that's it.
Checking all the houses was one challenge, but keeping track of which ones they'd already inspected was another separate struggle.
These are one Fowler's gave us that we had already checked.
Mm-hmm.
And we just checked this one, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5 left on Fowler's list that we was checking for her. So, I guess right now we head on back.
He said that's LT's. How you doing, sir? Are you Jerry? Mind if I come in? I'm Detective Lumbag with the Offender Tracking Unit. We got a 5-year-old girl missing.
Brittany Bradford, 693.
Officers have been here? Who's been here? Who was here?
Got the gist is coming to you with some 4 crimes.
They were here already? Huh. Okay. Okay. They were detectives?
I don't know who they was. There were 2 police officers in the car just like yours.
Huh.
The badges on and guns and everything.
Okay. I'll let them know they were already here. Yeah, they didn't, they sent me here again. I don't know why. Okay, we'll let them know. Okay, I'll make sure they don't come by again. Okay, I appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.
Nonetheless, the search for Taylor Williams continued, and the officers, unaware of the grim reality, tirelessly scanned the neighborhood for any possible clue.
How you doing? Are you Elvis? Yeah. How do you pronounce your last name, sir? Stradine. Hey, I'm Detective Jones from the Offender Tracking Unit. This is Officer Robinson. We're here. You know why we're here? No. We're here in regards to the missing 5-year-old. So what we're doing is we're checking all the offenders within this radius or whatever. Do you mind if we come in and look around real quick?
The relentless search spills into the night as Chief Investigator T.K. Waters of the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office issued a statement declaring that the search would continue even without daylight. More investigators arrived at the command center, prepared to join the relentless search for Taylor Williams. The command center, which was near the Brentwood home where Taylor's mother claimed she was last seen, buzzed with activity as the search intensified.
We have new photos of Taylor Williams from her godmother, who tells us she is just worried sick.
It has now been more than 10 hours since the little girl was reported missing this morning. Police will continue searching through the night. Mayor Curry posted a message on Twitter saying, "Join me and pray for Taylor, first responders, and all in the community that are searching." Here's a map showing the two locations where police are focusing their attention: the family's current address on Ivy Street on the north side and the Southside Villa Apartments on Palm Breeze Road.
Despite commendable efforts from both neighbors and officers, the search yielded no results. Hundreds of officers and volunteers came up empty-handed, leaving everyone with a single burning question. Where was Taylor Rose Williams? Had she been abducted? The answer to these questions were soon about to surface in the most shocking way. While law enforcement continued the search for missing Taylor Rose Williams, detectives called Brianna in for questioning. At this point, she appeared to be just a stressed-out mother, deeply worried about her missing child. Here's how the interrogation unfolded.
You all right? You need anything? Water? Anything? You okay? You need to go to the restroom or anything? You good? You sure? All right. So I got a partner in here with me today, Detective Radigan.
I'm sorry we had to meet under these stressful circumstances. I'm gonna, Officer Whitaker's with our missing persons unit, right? Well, based on the investigation, the age of your child, and everything going on, I'm also a detective, but I'm assigned to our cold case unit, which also I'm part of the CART team, which is the Child Abduction Response Team. So, and I don't want to stress you out on that. Listen to me. Look. I just want to explain what I do, all right, and what resources, okay? I mean, Missing Persons is doing an outstanding job. We can extend a little bit more than that, okay? And we have a little bit more specialty on that. So that's how I get involved, because we don't know what happened, okay? We don't know what's going on. We don't know after she left out of the house what happened to her. So this could be a criminal investigation. You understand what I'm saying, hon? Look at me. Listen to me, okay? We're doing everything we can. We got everybody out there looking for her, okay? We've got everything going, but I want to make sure we cover everything. So as this proceeds, we don't know what we're going to have, okay? But I want to make sure we cover everything and it's explained to you in the beginning, all right? Do you understand what I'm saying? And do you understand my role? Okay.
Even before the questioning began, Brianna put on an act and started shedding tears that prompted the female detectives to try and calm her down. After reading her rights and making sure she understood the rules of questioning, the detectives asked Brianna to start from the beginning.
Let's just start from the very beginning. Okay?
So
I can't, you gotta speak a little bit louder so we can hear you.
My alarm went off at 5:30, and usually I snooze. Habit, and I got up like around maybe like a little before 6. It's like sometime around 6. I'm not sure, because at that point, like, I had to my phone because I noticed that it had started. It was like at 70 or something %. So I took it in the living room and put it on charge. And then I just went on here and started getting dressed, because I know usually once I start, I won't say keeping up a lot of noise, but once I start moving around, like just me and Taylor in the house, she gets up, even if we're not going anywhere, she's like, where we're going, I'm like, okay. So I didn't bother, messing with her, because I know eventually she's gonna get up and start getting dressed. But I kept on getting dressed, and then I went over to the kitchen, and then I noticed that the back door was open. I'm like, we're not open, but it was unlocked. I'm like, why is the back door unlocked? And that's when
Brianna began recounting the events of that morning in a clear and concise manner, even providing precise times for everything. Typically, in a state of panic, one wouldn't remember such intricate details, and her razor-sharp memory intrigued the detectives.
Prior to you waking up this morning and going into her room between 6:45 and 6:50 and noticing that she wasn't there based on the door being unlocked. What time did you see her before then?
It was like around midnight.
Around midnight?
Yes.
Okay.
It was either, it was definitely around midnight. It was like either a little before or after, but it was around midnight.
Okay. Now, did you put her to bed, or did she get in the bed on her own?
She got in bed on her own.
Okay.
And then I went in there to make sure that she was in there.
Okay. So do you remember around the time she went to sleep, or did y'all go to sleep around the same time, or what?
I stayed up a little later than she did.
Uh-huh.
Like probably until 1 in the morning. Not
Okay.
really 1. It was probably like close to 1 though.
Okay. So she went to bed between 12 and 12:30, and you went to sleep about 1 o'clock a.m. this morning. Did you check on her prior to you going to sleep?
No.
Okay, so you assume that she was asleep?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you hear any noise coming from her room or anything like that?
Not from her room, but there were like, I can't even explain it. Like there were like when you're dragging something or you moving something, but it was coming from upstairs. And either way, like I'll just grab my gun and walk around to make sure okay, there's nobody.
Brianna claimed to have heard a strange sound coming from the upstairs, as if someone were present there. It seemed as though she was attempting to craft a narrative that would favor her account of the story in front of detectives. However, the reality was very different from what she was presenting. The story took a dramatic turn on November 11th, when the police shifted their focus to Brianna herself, informing her that she'd become a person of interest after finding inconsistencies in her account. By this time, Brianna had returned to work, and a reaction to this new development was nothing short of revealing.
Now they're saying that you're a person of interest now. Yeah. Why would it? Open the door.
Brianna's unexpected reaction stemmed from her fear of the police uncovering her dark secret. She went into shock due to the news, even requiring medical assistance.
Somebody to tell me what's going on.
Did you get a conversation at all?
Yeah, so we don't know.
Bring this stretcher over here.
All right.
Sheriff Williams had urged anyone who had seen Taylor and her mother between Jacksonville and Alabama in recent weeks to contact the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. As the police closed in on Brianna, the inevitable happened. On Tuesday, November 12, 2019, human remains were discovered close to Brianna's house in Alabama during the search for Taylor Rose Williams.
5 breaking developments in the search for that missing 5-year-old girl from Jacksonville.
Right now, authorities are working to identify remains they found just a few hours ago in Alabama. Our Lauren St. Germain has been following the new developments. Lauren, we also just learned her mom is in the hospital.
That's exactly right. So within the last hour, Jacksonville media started reporting that Taylor's mom, Brianna, is in the hospital. They say she was flown from Naval Air Station Jacksonville, which is where she works, to UF Health Hospital for a medical emergency. And we're still working to confirm exactly what happened and her current condition. The Jacksonville sheriff still says Brianna is a person of interest and that she stopped cooperating with the investigation last week. Several agencies found human remains earlier today in a wooded area of western Alabama. They were near Demopolis, which is about 2 hours west of Montgomery.
On the same day the remains were discovered, Brianna attempted to commit suicide by ingesting an unknown substance. After being found in critical condition at NAS Jacksonville, she was swiftly transported to UF Hospital. Though the bodily remains hadn't yet been identified, Brianna's dark secret was out in the open. A mother trying to manipulate the law enforcement in an attempt to hide the murder of her own daughter. The following day, a warrant for Brianna Williams was issued, detailing charges in her daughter's disappearance. She was transferred from Duval County Jail from the hospital, where she refused to answer the questioning, claiming she was tired. Then, a week later, chilling news from the forensic investigation team confirmed the worst. The remains found were indeed those of 5-year-old Taylor Rose Williams.
An update now to the case of a missing girl in Florida. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office confirming this afternoon the human remains found in Alabama belong to 5-year-old Taylor Williams. ABC Action News reporter Lauren St. Germain joining us now with the latest developments. Lauren.
Such an awful update. And Wendy, now the big question is what exactly happened to little Taylor Williams? The Sheriff's Office said while they're still investigating, they're not going to be telling us more information about how she actually died. At this point, Taylor's mom, Brianna Williams, is still a person of interest in the case. Authorities say Williams isn't cooperating.
In essence, it was a tragic case of child neglect leading to a horrifying outcome. Taylor Rose Williams was last seen alive April 2019 and had not attended daycare since then. While the autopsy report couldn't determine the exact cause and time of death, it revealed signs of malnourishment and torture, painting Brianna as nothing short of a monster. It became evident that Taylor had been dead for quite some time, a fact supported by her father and grandparents, who claimed they hadn't seen her for months.
Mary, Taylor's father told me it's been a while, but did not specify whether that meant months or years. He also shared with me that a JSO detective is on his way to Alabama to speak with him. And I also asked Taylor's father if he knows where his daughter is, and he said no.
Nonetheless, Brianna Williams faced charges of child neglect and lying to police in connection with her daughter's disappearance. Her court hearing occurred on January 2, 2020, marking her first appearance before a judge in Duval County. Brianna pleaded not guilty to all charges, setting the stage for her upcoming trial.
February the 4th. That's 2/4, 9 o'clock back here in 508 for pretrial. Mr. Beard, I'll look to you at that time to tell me what discovery is state. If you're going to convey an offer, I assume it would be conveyed promptly so he can consider it with his client before the next court date. Yes, Your Honor. Anything further from the state? No, Your Honor. Anything further from the defense? No, Your Honor. Thank you both. That's all I have, May I be excused? Yes, thank you.
Meanwhile, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office released thousands of pieces of evidence against her to the public. This also included surveillance footage of her interrogations, laying bare the true nature and stark reality of the case.
Thousands of files, including photographs, police reports, and police interviews with Brianna Williams, showing this investigation and more evidence that they've been gathering in it over the past several months. Now, if you take a look at some video, you can see at one point when Brianna Williams is brought into JSO to be questioned. Now, this is shortly after she was released from the hospital. You can see she's in that orange jumpsuit, and you can see she seems tired. She tells them that she's tired. She doesn't speak much. She's kind of despondent, and eventually she tells them that she doesn't want to answer any of their questions because she's tired. So they eventually wrap up and leave her there, and she doesn't really answer anything at that moment.
In March 2022, after spending 2 years in the Duval County Jail, Brianna made a dramatic turnaround and pleaded guilty to her charges. Standing in her orange jail garb, chains around her hands and feet, she entered a guilty plea in court, admitting to the charges of second-degree murder.
Brianna Williams gives the judge a clear answer as she announces her guilty plea for second-degree murder in her 5-year-old daughter's death.
Do you want to go forward with your plea today?
Yes, sir.
Brianna.
6 months after pleading guilty, the sentencing hearing for Brianna commenced. Before her sentencing, a court official read Brianna's statement aloud in front of the judge, providing a poignant glimpse into her perspective on the tragic events that unfolded.
So initially, approximately 10 to 15 detectives from the homicide unit were sent to Alabama to track down her finances and to obtain video surveillance from those locations.
And after her body was found, were more officers sent?
Yes, ma'am. More officers and the team from JFRD, the recovery team, upwards of 75 from Duval, with the assistance of apparently a lot more from Alabama.
And while that search is going on in Alabama, did detectives here in Jacksonville continue to work around the clock?
Yes, ma'am, we did.
And were a plethora of search warrants done?
Yes, ma'am.
For various things like social media, cell site, and the like?
Yes, ma'am, all of the above.
Did that also include Craigslist?
It did.
And was Craigslist...
However, Brianna's apology held no weight at all since the judge had ample evidence against her. She was sentenced to life in prison for the murder of her 5-year-old daughter, Taylor Rose Williams.
Coming now to the sentence. If you please stand with your attorney. Considering the aggravating and the mitigating factors, wanting to ensure that the community is protected and that a sentence is rendered in a way that does not dishonor the death of Taylor Rose, the court sentences you to life in prison. Madam Clerk, can you give me credit for time served, please?
As the judge read the sentence, Brianna stood with her attorney, displaying no emotions. Her case serves as a stark reminder that even a mother can sometimes become a monster to her own child. What do you think led to the tragic death of Taylor Rose Williams? Was it merely an accident, or did Brianna deliberately neglect her to the point that she was starved to death? Share your thoughts in the comments, and stay tuned for our next video.